Alright, what's the fucking story? We are live. We are playing poker tournaments. We are going for 5 winning days in a row. I don't remember having a full winning week where we won every day in forever, but Sunday won a tournament, Monday won poker monies. Yeah, we won every day. I don't know why I'm saying it like this, so hopefully we can do it again. Let's get some poker tournaments on. TJ says, what do you guys think of the cash out option when going all in on Pokerstars? A lot of people online forums say it's bad. I would not take it because you are paying a rake to receive what is not your full equity, right? So I don't know if Pokerstars want me to say that, but I would just be honest. But like, if you are playing, for some reason you're playing stakes hard and you should, which you obviously shouldn't do, but if you are, then I can understand it. If you find yourself in a position where you're playing hard and you should be, then it would make sense. We're gonna call here, first hand of the 109 Daily Kickoff, and we are gonna be getting it all in on the flop. Alright, so we're playing some pokers today. I see how it is. All good. How much you up the last 4 days? Let me open Poker Tracker and then I'll tell you because I need to open it anyway. I don't know off the top of my head. Decent little flop. What did T4 say I need to win? I need to win something so that he stops getting that command out. That's all I know. Hello? Oh, alright, don't say that. Let me just mute. That person decided to put it in with Ace Jack, and we've had a very good start, eh? A very, very, very good start indeed. Lure, having an absolute giggle, my friend. If they fold, we will call. They have not. Alright, I take it back. I want to call. Give me all them chips right now. Oh my god, you can keep them! We're gonna squeeze here. And we are going to win. We decide to flat call here. Bet. We can size large or small here. We're going to go with this size. There's going to be a lot of big betting on this board, but it's nice to have some smaller bets with some parts of your range, and having the top two is part that we're going to use. And Grimy probably identifying that a lot of the time with my value range we would bet on the larger side here, so attacking it. Queen 10 is definitely a hand they could have. We're just going to bet, and we're not going to fold. Hopefully we find a check shove from a 7 deuce suited or a 10 deuce suited. But it looks like they were indeed just attacking that weaker size for me. Ace 8 off here. I'm going to shove, I think. We are going to wager all of the betting discs. It's a very annoying. Also, that shove is very annoying. Sometimes you moan it in, chat. They might have pocket 4s or pocket 5s, but for the times when they have a queen, I'm just going to go all in. But we don't need to talk about that right now. I run good when I play poker in Ireland. I run good when I play poker in Ireland. All the people watching this video, only 17% are subscribing. That means 83% of you hate me and haven't subscribed. Why not? Hit the button. It's free. It supports us. Do it. I'm gonna shove here. Obviously, if Ace has Ace Queen, Ace King, and flat call pre-flop, it's gonna suck. Yannick, it would suck as well, but just not quite as much because it's less chips. Nice, and we got a call all in here. Big pot. Huge flip. That's a bloody good start. In it, mate. Avoid the 7 and we're dreaming. Woo! 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 We got all the chips. What's that? Over 100 big blinds? We were already chip leader and we just added even more chips to it. Second place is in 55,000 chips. I'm class. We are raising with 8s. It looks like we're going to actually be in for one bullet here today. 18 minutes left on late reg. To be fair, if we were to bust in this 18 minutes, something has probably gone terribly wrong at some point. Good luck from New York. God, I love New York. I absolutely love New York. Smuston says, great to have you back for the long grinds. I've said it a few times and I'll say it again. I do plan on grinding at least 200 hours a month, every month for the next 10 months. And then taking maybe a month off to do some travel and recharge the batteries before we get ready to go again. Pretty much something along those lines, as we have Smuston coming in once more. This time it is for a sub. I'm going to shove here versus Chris. I think it's kind of close, but sure. It might be best to flat call. We are flipping yet again, and we are flopping queens yet again. Are we avoiding sevens yet again? Yes, we are. I'm so good at poker tournaments when I've got the Irish run good. Top of the morning to you. Toodly doodly doodly. I get up and do a little bit of Irish dancing, shall we? These final table dances are the best when H and Arlo joins. Oh my god, this could get wild. This player hates me. They're always giving out about me. They are always giving out. It's honestly kind of tempting to just raise the turn. Chat, if we get boat over boated here, we are gonna have to just lose our chips. Oh shit, they called. Dude. Alright, god, we have it kicking off. Boom! Defender against 2.2. Feels somewhat close. I would not be surprised if it is a fold. And we are going to call one, obviously. And we're just going to fold the turn, I think. Don't love it. Honestly, not 100% sure if we should fold a turn. Probably actually shouldn't, right? Like, I check raise the vast majority of my Queen X and unblock all of the bluffs here. Ooh. I'm not convinced. Gonna look at this. Might be a fold on the turn. Might be a fold pre-flop. We are gonna re-raise here in the 109 kickoff. The fours give it, the fours take it away. Happens. It's kind of disgusting if they shove, I'm not gonna lie. And also kind of disgusting if they shove. Feels a little thin on the river, to be honest. Just gonna go ahead and check. I'm out. I'm out. We have a very nice stack here, though. Double second place. That's a good thing to do. I like doing that, and I should do it more. It's not good, is it? We got a flat call here. Wouldn't be opposed to seeing a shove from Cease. And if we get check raised, we are just going to play for stacks immediately. Ideally, they just have a pair that is below the kings, above the sixes, sevens, eights, nines, tens, jacks, or queens. And there's the sevens. Can we hold? That's actually a pretty significant pot. We're still in chip lead. It's not, the end of the world. We still have lots of chips, but I mean, that was a 40 big blind pot shipping over the other way. Unfortunately, we have two sevens here. I'll be raising, and if either of these players with the shove, I think I've got a call. The sexualization of poker streamers is truly disgusting. It's just part of the job, Just on here, people think I'm a piece of meat. I know we're reasonably close to the money, but it's a small field, and am I still chip leader? No. It's a small field, and Pims is one of the players who's most likely going to take spots against me as the chip leader, so I'm going to call my sevens. Probably the worst pair that I call. Would never really ever dream of folding 8s plus, so. But a couple of setbacks, although still sitting very pretty. As we get a table move, and thankfully, after giving Pims all those chips, we do not get them stuck on our left or something like that, which would have been a little bit of salt to losing the flip, as K. Wagner says. Good luck today, you absolute sicko. Thank you. Alright, important pot. Obviously, we've taken a few schmacks, but we're still in a good spot, and if we manage to win this pot, we are right back in the game. Well, we're in the game anyway, we're coming second in chips, but we'll have chunks. I mean, if they call, it's just a proper naughty pot anyway, innit? I don't really know what I would want to call here. Like, did they flat kings, queens? Like, I can't see what I would flat and then want to call with this action. Maybe jacks. Like, I wouldn't call, but I think they could see it as like if they win here, they're gonna win the whole tournament, you know? Can we avoid the queen? Nice. Lovely stuff. Easy with aces, isn't it? If Jimmy shoves blind versus blind, we're gonna have to call. Versus this button open. I am gonna use this as a re-raise. I would suspect that they shove on me quite a lot, but feels like a teenager putting together his favorite team on FIFA. I think their range is super, super strong here. I don't think we need to bet it every time. I know Ace King 6 looks like it, but I actually just think that they've got an incredibly strong range once they call my 3-bet on the pretty much exact double. Alright, 1 out of 25, we're just going to call. We dominate all of the bluffs. I don't think we'll do very well if we shove and they call, so it's a pretty good flop. I'm going to shove. Sometimes they are obviously going to have aces. It's pretty frustrating. Obviously, you know, we flat call and we try to play it passively, but once we flop an ace, it's quite difficult to... Sorry, once we flop a queen, it's quite difficult to then find a fold post-flop. When we block aces, we block queens. Alright, we have a little bit of a setback here against FLD. We are going to start with a call here on the Queen 10 4 deuce. I think we have the best hand. I think it's unlikely they would be doing this with a better hand. I'm not going to raise because of the bubble situation, but it seems very likely to me that we are going to win. And we actually flatted kings here, which is quite interesting. The fact that they continue is also interesting. I'm going to shove because they're going to have queens and jacks, a very reasonable amount here. Of course, sometimes they're going to have ace 10, but yeah, I don't think they're going to bluff me on the river either. So they do not have queens or jacks. Not entirely sure if that's the right play to shove, but we win the pot and we are 1 out of 25. All right, we might be about to be in the money. That's a very quick call from Wild Ace. It's Wild Ace who was at risk, but finds the 10 on the turn. Naughty stuff. We are in the money of the 109 Daily Kickoff, and we currently are in the chip leader. Currently are the chip leader, not in the chip leader. That would be very inappropriate. Alright, we have 42%. We have 38%. We have 20%. We unfortunately lose the first all-in post-bubble. My once beautiful looking stack, not so beautiful anymore. I would have value bet on some rivers. Queen is one of the worst river cards for us to attempt to value bet, so we do not. Alright, 1 out of 21. If it was shoved blind versus blind, I would absolutely be calling. Calling and shoving I think are both fine. I'm going to shove. Player is very active. Uh-oh. Oh my god, hold. All skill, ladies and gentlemen. All skill! I'm going to mark that and make sure it's not an absolute punt. Which it might be, but like I said, all skill. 73 big blinds on a dream. Get on my level. We have not run well at all. It has been all skill. I'm very good at poker. I will not hear anything else. Thank you! If they shove, we're going to call. Is it the fake tank? Is it the real tank? Alright, we do get a fold, and we are down to the final 2 tables. 1 out of 18. There's $3,000 for first in the 109 Daily Kickoff. We are looking to win our second tournament of the week. We are looking to lock up what would be a guaranteed winning day if I was to win it. If I was to get the $3,000. Given other cashes, there's no way we're buying in for more today, even if we re-enter the 530 bounty builder. Up here, we're gonna bet, and okay, we're gonna call. In an ideal world, they'll have a lower flush draw than me, and all of our cards will be live. Okay, but we're flipping. Beautiful stuff. Running pretty clean, I must say. Do you use any database to record your hand stats? Yes, it's called Poker Tracker 4. I don't see much value in betting this hand twice. We're not making anything better fold, and we're not making anything worse call. I'm gonna mix this river card. And we're gonna call. Very close, not very happy to be folding, but going to pass. And we'll raise up again with 15 players left in the kickoff. Hopefully closing in on our second final table of the day, having made the final table in the Hot 109 earlier on. Unfortunately, could not get a good result. We have King Queen versus Ace King, and it looks like we are going to be losing. Oh wow, that's naughty. We won a scoop. Everyone remember that? That was good crack, wasn't it? I'm gonna offend, but I'm not entirely sure whether it's the right thing to do. I'm not convinced how often they should be checking this flop. Still 1 out of 14. How's the grind been so far? We had the final table of the Hot 109. We are closing in on a final table in the 109 Daily Kickoff. Do we want to go all in or do we want to 3-bet call? I think we're just going to shove actually. We do not get called, which is fine by me. Obviously wouldn't mind a call. My size might not be a thing here after raising the flop. We might be meant to just bet a 10 or better and therefore be a little bit more polar than this. But we do get folds, which, you know, you gotta be pretty happy with. Bloody Nora, we are running quite decently once more today. I'm just gonna call here. They are the chip leader. There's not much incentive for me to put more chips in. Quads on the flop. Daily quads, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to check raise and hope that they decide to put more chips in the middle. And we're going to check one. I'm just going to call. I'm going to risk it going check on the river, but I don't really think I can check raise again. It is going to go check on the river sometimes, but that is fine. In an ideal world, we have absolutely coolered this man out of his goddamn mind, and he's sitting there with the aces rolled up full of 9s. Oh my god. They had 2 4s. Probably weren't getting much more chips in. Android still, even though I now have the latest iPhone. Can you show the prize leads from the tournaments? I will not. You can press exclamation mark payouts in the chat, but if you want to know, first prize is $3,000, and that's all I need to know. Ah, Zappo in the house. It's been a long time, says a lot of respect for that shirt. Keep it up, bro. I've missed you, man. I hope life is good. Nobody else compliments me on my clothes on a daily basis. Just not this time. Why have you done this to me? Why do you hate me, headphones? Why do you hate me, headphones? Alright. This 1 in, 1 out thing. It's not me. It's you. We get check raise with trips, which is always bloody fantastic. We are going to call. I think you could potentially click it back here. I would click it back with some more overpairs, a little bit more than my 6x. We're very shallow, so it's not going to be difficult for me to get the chips all in. Of course, they can have a better 6. 5-4 is also a potential troublesome hand to run into, but we blocked that. We blocked the trip, so we are just going to click call again, and it's a pretty disgusting river if they shove. I'm going to call, but I hate it. I do think they have a reasonable amount of flushes. But we block 5-4. Honestly, it kind of feels like checking might be the play, which I know seems pretty nuts, but what are they going to check raise, bet turn, and then call river with that I'm ahead of? I think the answer is nothing. I know checking trips is pretty wild. If I had a better trips, I would bet. I'm going to check it out, but I just think that their range for check raising, betting, value range that would call the river is just, you know, it's just going to be too strong, right, when they actually call. I don't think they're going to find a hero call there at bottom pair. I don't think they're going to have a lot of ace X when the ace of diamonds is the diamond that comes. So we're out. We have 2 7s in the big blind. If either this stack or this stack was a shove, I would call. We are going to call. Fake flips. Pair the board. Oh my god. That's a pretty big pot, chat. Unfortunately. We've had a couple of those all-ins for 30 to 40 big blinds, eh? They'll add up on you. They will absolutely pile up. Known says, I love you. I love you too. If we get shoved on here, we are going to be playing another pretty large pot. They have disconnected. And we pick up the ladies in the big blind. 2 queens. 2 out of 11. Would not be mad at shoves and reshoves. That would be an insanely huge spot to be on the final table as a monster chip lead. Well, we get one part of it. Can we avoid the ace? From space. Nice. Lost a big pot over here, but that's all good. If we see... Oh, we're on a final... Oh, maybe not. Alright, confirmed on the final table. 6 tables, having the fucking buzz. Gonna play these jacks, and then you know what we're gonna do, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I know. Flopping boats, no one plays them better. Having the buzz, back home on Irish soil, looking to go for a full week of winning days. We are second in chips. We are going to go final table. We are going to go 109. And then we are going to go to our final table trophy tracker. We are going to go final table counter. We are going to go to 66 final tables for the year. We are then going to click this back here. And then we are going to have what I like to refer to as a fucking rave, ladies and gentlemen. A fucking rave. If you do not want to rave, please leave now, because Fint DJ will be banging out a Maniac 2000 and having the time of his life like he always does. Yeah, funky, yeah! I'm going to raise just because I haven't studied enough with limping ranges, but I would suspect that this is a reasonable spot to limp into the big blind. They have a lot more 5s than me here. We are just going to check, and if they decide to show it down, I'm in for that. Hopefully win against a King 4 suited or something. Wow. I'm shocked that they did not bluff there. Ace King versus Ace Queen. It's a cooler 5-handed in the 109 kickoff. Do we hold? Yes, we do. Flush wins. And we pick up aces. Down to 4 players. Oh, we would bloody love it if we seen the squeeze all in here from Burkakov. I'm going to check. It's obviously an okay turn card, but... could actually charge more on the turn, potentially. Obviously, we are hoping to get called by a hand that is worse than a straight. I would bluff with small pairs here. Like if I had, not 9s, if I had 7s or whatever, I'd be bluffing. And 4 players left, we are going to raise with jacks. If either of these players re-raise against me, I think we shove. Donkey, you could argue I should call pre. But I'm just going to go all in. They're just out of line all of the time. I would flat if I had Kings Plus probably. Flatting pre-flop here is going to be absolutely fine. I've just elected to use it as a re-raise. It's going to work. Happy days. We are going to limp blind versus blind. We're actually playing a pretty reasonable pot here, so we're going to bet. I'm just going to bet pot. If they raise the river, it's going to be pretty messed up. I don't even really know how they could find a raise on the river. I mean, I went check on the flop. Like, what boats can they have? I don't think we can fold. How can I lose? Like, it feels like I lose, right? But like, how can I lose? That is how it just feels like we lose. They don't have ace queen pre-flop. They obviously do have king queen, but fuck. That's unfortunate. They checked the flop, by the way. On queen 6 deuce in position with king queen there, they checked. That's why I was like, how can I lose? I don't know, but we do somehow. Getting in the mix versus the big boys, because we are going to be playing against them constantly. Got to sharpen those skills. Got to get ready to take them on. This is a hand that I think everybody in the chat knows that we got to raise it up to Kevin Cleans. That's not a good turn card. Let me tell you that right now. No overbet on the ace-ace hand river. I think they can still have a decent chunk of ace-x, so when people have a pretty high nut ratio, you don't really get the bet so big. Would be my understanding of that spot. This sucks. Oh, how do we not play for more chips? How on earth do we not play for more chips? I think betting and checking are about reasonable. We're going to start with a bet this time. And we are going to bet again. Up into second place. If the button opens, we are going to re-raise. And back down into third spot. Never fold and you can't do anything else, in my opinion. No, I agree. I think they can have worse Queen X, even though I don't think they should against pot. I think it's possible that they will. 5 tray deuce. We are going to go ahead and bet. We are going to go ahead and bet again. My sizing might be wrong. Might be a little bit too transparent. What's going on here? I'm going to call. I prefer to call this than 8s, 9s, 10s. I would use this size with jacks and stuff and aces occasionally to play my range, but fuck. I think my hand was just a little bit too transparent on the turn, wasn't it? Probably a little bit too transparent, and we are down to fourth. If I didn't have the straight draw, I would have folded just on the turn. Alright, 7s could be us. We punted it off with the 6s, but we will not be folding the 7s. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're all in. The word on the street is always coming 7. Hopefully we don't need it and we just get folds. Nice. This one's just going in the bin now. I'm going to raise. We're also calling an all in here. Sorry, not an all in. A raise. Mini raise. Pretty good flop. We're going to call and just not fold a turn. Ideally, we hit a 9, an 8, or a heart. There's a heart, ladies and gentlemen. All in. All in. Nice. Alright, big pot. Huge pot. Alright, we're back in the game after punting it off. And on ace, king, queen, I am going to check. Definitely don't think we want to just be betting this every time. B Miguel says finty finty. 2 pairs, 2 pairs. Versus a very small bet, I'll raise. If it's checked to me, we're going to bomb. I can have a lot of bluffs here when it's checked down to the river. Alright, we are still in third place, but we are right back in the game. And we're not going to be defending with the 8 deuce off. That one has just got to go in the bin. Alright, we are raising with ace king. If we get re-raised by anyone, we will be all in. If we get shoved on by the big blind, we will be all in. Could be a huge pot, 34 big blinds. I think non-final table I would do a lot of bigger betting here. We're going to go with a small bet, but I think it would be fine if we did use a big bet too. Obviously we don't want Donkey to fold. I think we're just all in with our top 2. Hopefully they're going to get sticky. No snap is amazing. Just don't want them to have the queen jack, obviously. Alright, alright, alright. Oh, right. 1k still up, yes. I have 18k from a 25k starting stack. Alright, that's a nice pot to win. We are back up to 20,000 chips. We have extended our chip lead here. Oh, it would be lovely to win this tournament. First time all year. The former tournament that we used to donate more than any other tournament. I think the stacks are too close for me to play a raise only strategy. If they had like 30 big blinds, I think it would be a different ball game. But with 40 big blinds, we are still going to limp some because our stacks are too similar, I'm pretty sure. We will look to bet 1 big blind on the river and get ourselves up to 500,000 chips for the first time during this tournament. We are obviously going to hope that we just start to run away with it, putting on pressure on every player with the ICM in play. This is going to be a mix pre-final table and a bigger bet a lot of time, but with the way the stacks are, I like just betting. As Paul comes in for 5 months and says, ship it. I'm trying, mate. Thank you so much for the sub. I am not calling that river card. And I'm going to raise with the king jack of diamonds. Can't call an all in. As pretty as the hand is and as much as it breaks my heart, we cannot call an all in. Alright, we have 2 10s. Either of these players shove and we will be calling, and it will be a very, very large pot. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the magic hand for the chip lead, and to be playing 3-handed Ugh. Can't call. As painful that is. Ooh, 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 ooh. Alright, we are confirmed 300, which means we have another podium finish. Blind versus blind. There is 3 players remaining. We are guaranteed $1,700. We obviously would love to win this tournament. We have already bettered our best place finish in it this year, which is ideal. Cash says you really know your game. Thank you. We turn it up and end a straight draw. I will be calling if they bet. We can definitely still have the best hand with Queen High here. Obviously a king or an 8 would make things a lot easier. Queen is very interesting. Mark said you're going to get beat at the golf tomorrow. Kev might beat us both, but I'll just hopefully not hit any mulligans again. I think we're going to call. Nice. Let's go. You are a naughty little Brazilian, aren't you? Proper naughty. If I was in Finty shoes for about a month after April 23rd, I would be stopping by chat and hitting recent just to make sure I didn't dream of the massive win. Very reasonable. Alright, we are almost back up to chip leader. We're going to limp stab in the 109 daily kickoff. We're going to bet again on the turn. If they raise, we are not going to be getting funky with our little gut shot. This is a little bit reckless, but we're all in. Solicitor's holiday time off. Really? No, my solicitor's already taken her holiday. Huge moment in the 109 daily kickoff. Last time before the break. Please find the fold. We have the blockers to both ends of the straight. We don't have any spades. We have an overcard on the river. Follow the fucking chip leader. Alright, chat. We are the chip leader. There is 3 players left. We're just going to shove. I don't think I can 4-bet call jacks here. Obviously, if Donkey has a nutted hand, it sucks. But I'm not 4-bet folding, and I'm not just folding either. So the jacks would never let me down. Nice. Back into the chip lead, even if it is very, very close. Against this player, we're just going to call. I think you could potentially shove this hand as well. But overall, they've been pretty tight. I'm going to go for a check. I think betting here would be decent too. I'm just going to call. We've seen them check some pretty strong hands, so it might be check call lead river, which is something I never find, but then I look at sims and it's there. Yeah, I mean, we've just seen them play some hands very, very passively on flops. So I'm glad that we didn't put any more chips in there. We didn't decide that we wanted to check raise, but we can never fold our hand. Maybe start for some 1Ks and 5Ks. Just playing whatever you're feeling. I'm in a 1K, mate. We're in the 1K trill right now. A tournament that we don't play all the time, but we're feeling it. It's the final day before we take a couple of days off. And we're going to stab. Obviously, we would love them to just fold. Gonna go for a check on the turn. We got Pred Poker in the house. How you doing, pal? I think we're going to lose here to a 6, a very reasonable amount of time, but we're just going to show it down. Well, unfortunately, I am right. Kind of wish we hadn't been. Obviously, we know they're checking some very strong hands on flops, but I'm still going to go for it. We're 3-handed and we have a very strong hand. Still playing your days off, or is it strictly time away from the tables PC? I try to study. Like, for instance, tomorrow, it's Friday. I will be taking a day off, but I have coaching with BBZ, who obviously you will know, a lot of you will know. It's one of the people that I put down my improvement in the last 2 years down to the most. We're actually going to do some cash game stuff because I just want to improve there so I can stream some more cash games in the evenings when we get down to lesser tables. If you want to check out any of his stuff and you want to get some coaching from him, you can check it out on bbzpoker.com. And then I'll just, tomorrow I'm going for a game of par 3 with my future father-in-law, and I'm excited for it. Like I don't have any sort of strong like rule for being off the PC, but I am trying actively to go outside as well. If they were to shove, we would call. Alright, up over 500,000 chips again. On 885 versus this player, we are going to check back on the deuce. I'm probably not going to fold. God, they're so naughty, aren't they? They are so naughty. It's a terrible river card. 7-6 gets there. 9-7, 9-6 are now pairs. I think on the 9 I just have to fold. But they are repping an 8. Alright, let's hold. Let's not see a queen or a 7 and we are heads up. Alright, we are heads up in the 109 daily kickoff for the first time this year. T Forbes did predict a second place at the start of the day. It would be utterly tragic if he was right. We're just looking to check it down. Fortunately, we are in trouble. And with the jacks, the question is whether we 3-bet or just shove. We're flipping here, and I'm not going to be re-entering this time. I'm just going to shove. Alright, we're 2 out of 2. Oh, wrong table. Sorry, I'm on the wrong thing again. 2.5x's are a little bit uncomfortable, but we are going to defend, and we are going to flop bottom pair. And we are going to start with a call. Obviously, this is a sexual little turn card. Gonna go for the check raise. No! They just had ace high. Stacking up in a trill? Yes, we want to flip. And against min, we are definitely calling. Gonna call one. Don't love what's going on here. Probably meant to continue as a check raise more often. We're gonna bet. Very messed up if they raise. Oh my god, I just called the board. I thought it was full house, I just called it 6 high. I had a set in the marathon. Oh my god. Alright, well, we're gonna call all in here. Oh my god, I can't believe I just did that. GG. I'm so upset with myself, I just called at 6 high. Oh, fucking hell. Thought the board was 99986. Oh no. Ugh. Alright, well, that's a first to make that kind of mistake in heads up. Oh no, that hurts. GG, second place. T Forbes was right. Oh man, I can't believe I just did that.